Oh god, oh no. I know what happened last time you worked on something.
So, Half-Life was pretty revolutionary. It was the first game that Valve made, and the first FPS to have a true story. So, for background, before Half-Life, FPS games would just put you onto a battlefield immediately. These games were all about the gameplay. So much so that John Carmack famously said that story in a video game is like story in a porn movie. It's expected to be there, but it's not important. So, two guys at Microsoft decided to quit their jobs, form their own company, go to id, and run away with the Quake engine, then completely disregard that quote from John Carmack and make Half-Life. There's obviously much more to the story, but I don't want this intro being 9 hours long. This was the debut of the Source engine, which is just a modified Quake 2 engine, and it was used to make a couple of small games that you might not have heard of. But anyway, let's get on to a train? Wait, where's the action? So, you know how I said that Valve threw Carmack's statement out the window? This is what I meant. Most FPS games before that started out like... There's at least a gunshot or an explosion in the first 10 seconds. Not Half-Life. The first 10 minutes of the game is spent just world building. You are Gordon Freeman, an MIT graduate with a PhD in theoretical physics. You're a little bit late to an experiment, but that doesn't mean that I don't have time to mess with people's lunch.
My God, what are you doing?
The start is actually really interactive. You can talk to almost every scientist you find, and they have the utmost respect for you.
Whoa, that doesn't look too good. I should probably tell the testing guys about this. Hello? Hey, the thing back there, it's broke. But the thing, it broke. That might mess with the test. Like, come on, it's broken. You can't.
Weren't you supposed to be in the test chamber half an hour ago?
But the thing, it's broken.
Can't be bothered right now.
Bro, it's broken. Will you do anything? No? Bro, I guess I'll die then.
Once you grab your HEV suit, you make it to the testing chamber, where you're warned that the sample is the purest yet and that there is a chance of a resonance cascade. Well, surely nothing bad can happen. You pop into the chamber and learn that Gordon really got his degree from Kmart. And something bad happened. So, resonance cascade occurred, and everything's on fire. There's also aliens that want to kill us all. At least the HEV suit protected you, so you can run away with crowbar. Kill this guard for his pistol, because there's no way I'm crowbarring these head crabs any longer. You meet more of these things, and... oh hey there, G-Man. The hound eyes are small and do little damage, and the Vortigons do a bit more damage, but are still easy to kill. I slide down this head crab elevator because I hate head crabs, and I get to watch these head crabs die the moment they touch the water. Look guys, ropes! You can use them to climb out of canals. But you really shouldn't, because they're actually barnacles, and they'll eat you if you climb the ropes. Oh yay, Gold Source parkour. Yeah, the movement in the Gold Source engine was great, but when it comes to parkour, there is not much room for error. A lot of the start of the game is filled with crawling through vents and killing surprise head crabs. Grab the shotgun and save this guard to get a bunch of ammo. The shotgun is pretty good. It's nowhere near as good as the Doom shotgun, but still good. Its primary fire will consistently kill mid-tier aliens, and its secondary fire will consistently one-shot those aliens, but it does take 2 shells. Here's the bull squid. It shoots projectile that does the same damage as a pea shooter. If you die to it then, I'm not sure if you have a brain. No, don't do it. This first part of the chapter, while quite humorous, is very important in teaching you about the claymores and turrets. I like to use grenades to deal with the turrets. Don't stay in their line of sight for too long because they have very high DPS. This part also has a fire emergency doors, which start closing if you accidentally break the glass next to it, and it doesn't open back up, so go through quickly if you accidentally close it. Yo, G-Man's back, what's up? So this part with the one has just environmental combat unit soldier, god that's a mouthful to say, is supposed to show you that the military isn't actually here to help you by killing the scientist, but you can just jump to him to kill him first. He drops an SMG, an automatic weapon that has a secondary fire where you fire a grenade out of its underbarrel. It's the same as a grenade, but it has lower range. You make it to the surface, but it's so riddled with soldiers that you run to the vent and, okay, so you run to the vents and kill the soldiers as they go down the rope to the helicopter.
Well, so much for the government. Their idea of containment is to kill everyone associated with the project.
So you manage to open the silo doors and make your way out of here, until you find some tentacles in this hole.
No! 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 Get it off me! Get it out! Get it out!
Blast Pit is honestly kind of boring. You just run around the complex turning on the power and water and oxygen to blow up the tentacle. But you should be careful in the tentacle room because they're very noise sensitive and one-shot you. Once you shoot the rocket at the tentacles, you jump down the hole and find the revolver, one of the best guns in the game. It one-shots mid-tier aliens and one-shot headshots soldiers. So you know how last chapter was just you walking around the complex finding power switches while killing 9 aliens? Well, this chapter is basically the same thing, but there are also soldiers in the way. You lure the Gargantua to these power generators and electrocute him. Then you run away on a train, and... Welcome to the first bad Half-Life chapter. This game is linear, there's no denying that, but On a Rail takes linear to a whole new level. This feels like a Call of Duty campaign. All you do is ride a train while making occasional stops to fight aliens and soldiers, or to flick a lever. At least this chapter shows you the multi-faction fighting. This really gives you a sense of the world you're in, the goals of the factions, and it also allows for really cinematic moments. The man-operated turrets also get introduced in this level, and let me just say, they're not that fun. It's not even the damage output that frustrates me, it's just the fact that they're all hidden away in corners that you can only reach with a very well-placed grenade. Well, except for these rocket turreteers. They're not that bad. Well, at least the end of the chapter is nice. You learn that the soldiers don't actually know what happened or even why they're fighting. They're just going after Freeman because to them, he's an evil killing machine. So I kill them. Time to launch that rocket. We interrupt your amazing Half-Life experience to put you on another train. Luckily, Valve understands how much I hate the train after that godforsaken level they call On a Rail, and it crashes into a pool. So we're back to the normal Half-Life action, and we meet the Ichthyosaur, an alien that resides in the water, which sucks because there are only 2 weapons that do anything when shot underwater, one of them being the pistol. Don't worry, you get the crossbow right before you're dumped into the water yourself. You do some more gold source parkour, and then find another scientist who reveals that you're being tracked by the government. Then he shoves you into the freezer.
Freeman, right? I've got a message for you. Make sure you don't...
Wait, what did you want to tell me? Oh god. It's the greatest enemy of all. Woman. These are the assassins. They're quick, nimble, and annoying. Once you kill them, you go into this room and... Wait, no, don't take me. We're not even halfway through the video.
I see it.
Where are we taking this Freeman guy? Topside for questioning. What the hell for? We got him. Let's kill him now. And if they find the body? What body?
So, I've been found by the government, I lost all my stuff, and I'm stuck in a trash compactor that's closing in on me. My day's been going great! You walk up these conveniently placed crates, grab a crowbar, and make your way up to... You start out with a bunch of head crabs, and the silo with a moving platform in it, where you can easily take fall damage on. There's also some parkour over some toxic waste. Then you go to a conveyor belt parkour puzzle where you have to find the spot with some claymores, and if you fall, you'll lose half your health. Yeah, as you can tell, I don't really like this chapter that much. Once you're done with that, you go up to the ladder and find... So this is the moment that you learn that Black Mesa might not be as innocent as you thought in this whole situation. It seems that Black Mesa has actually been experimenting with these aliens for some time, at least long enough to capture a bunch of them and do a bunch of tests on them. You meet the alien grunt, a massive enemy with a bunch of health, and shoots bees at you. You also find the Tau Cannon, which has one of the greatest weapon intros of all time.
Don't let it overcharge.
Its primary fire is a simple laser, and its secondary fire is a charging attack that can do a lot of damage.
I'm just better.
Grab this batch of scientists so that they can open the door and take you to... Welcome to the hardest and longest chapter of Half-Life. Don't take that out of context. I like to call it that part where you're supposed to die about 972 times, simply because of how difficult the whole thing is. You start off by getting attacked by a helicopter, and don't worry, this will be chasing you for about a third of the chapter. Jump into the water just to be attacked by an ichthyosaur, but don't stay out of the water for too long because that helicopter is still there and it will kill you the moment it sees you. Go across a minefield while still being attacked by the helicopter because the government has no use for theoretical physicists. Oh hey, it's the Valve intro song. That's the best part of this section. You're on a cliff with a bunch of soldiers. Fortunately, you get the rocket launcher and you're finally able to blow up that helicopter. Hopefully there isn't more heavy vehicles chasing me. Oh hell. Hopefully you save some of your rockets, because now you have to take down a freaking tank. I have a feeling this was made by Dario Casali. Oh yeah, you have to deal with the second tank later on, and we're still nowhere near the end of the chapter. You go to the storage facility that is covered in mines and snipers. Then, once you make it inside, you have to go through such a thoroughly booby-trapped building that if you make one mistake, the entire thing explodes. Oh, hi there, Hive Hand. This is the weapon that the alien grunts use, but you're not going to see it that much since it's not really that useful, even though it has infinite ammo. It's finally time to enter the storage room. The next part of the chapter is quite a short... Oh, you little... Call in the airstrikes. There's a roly-poly chasing me and he's going to burn me to death. Whoops. We're finally back underground, which means that we can now escape the wrath of surface tension. But in all realness, the military realizes that they're fighting a losing battle with all the aliens killing everything, so they decide to blow up the whole facility and run away from Black Mesa. This chapter is actually quite short. You take down the tank and then you make it to... You get the Ghostbusters gun, and there's the last good part of the game. That isn't a joke. You have to go around the Lambda complex, flooding parts of it until you can flood the core. But the thing is that there are about 972 alien grunts and Vortigons that are trying to kill you at all times because they keep on teleporting in. Oh yeah, and then once you do that, there's a bunch of lasers. Finally, I found the end of Black Mesa. Now I just have to go through the portal and... Zen, the worst part of Half-Life, not just this chapter, the entirety of Zen. It starts off with just a little bit of parkour, and then you reach... You fight the Gonarch, a giant testicle monster. That's it. That's the entire chapter. That's all you do. So, Honor Rail is bad, and Lambda Core is frustrating. Interloper is both. This is the only full-length chapter on Zen, and all I have to say is, I've never killed a man, but there's a verse for everything. Oh, I'm done with it? Alright, you're all safe. Don't worry. So, in this chapter, you fight the Nihilith. You take out the crystals, and then shoot its head until it opens up. Then just jump up and launch a bunch of grenades into its exposed head. One of the worst boss fights ever. Definitely up there with the Quake bosses. You know, G-Man, like, you're cool and all, but, like, I don't really know you or trust you, you know, like, you're kind of just lurking around watching the apocalypse happen. Oh, come on, G-Man. Fine. Here's the good ending.
Wisely done, Mr. Freeman. I will see you up ahead.